she came to me and she said, I'm disgusted. Oh, these people, they're so filthy. Her project was that she would clean up her neighborhood. And she couldn't imagine until she started cleaning up week after week after week how people trashed their neighborhood. The Pope uses this example and says we treat the earth like a trash bin. That's how we treat it. Not only in our neighborhoods, but we treat the earth like a trash bin, which is why it's so polluted. And he's telling us that we must pay attention. And we must respect the earth in which we live. It's a vital part of our church doctrine. To respect the earth is part of respect for life. We must begin to live and practice our faith and our spirituality by taking care of the earth, by respecting it. Last night at the Mass in Spanish, they asked me how we could do this. I said, well, there's a variety of ways you can do it. Simple ways, you know. You can keep your neighborhoods clean. Because how many of you like clean homes? Well, the earth is our home. So why wouldn't we keep it clean? We have to see it as our home. So as much as you want your own home in which you live clean, well, we have to keep the home of earth clean as well. We must do this all the time. If we can't drive along in the car and just throw things out as we're driving along the highway, not just because they're fine if they catch you, but because it's not treating the earth well. We have to recycle as much as we possibly can. It's not something that, well, I guess I have to do it. No, we do have to do it now. I told them last night at the Mass in Spanish that if you want to do it, you don't smoke. It's a pollutant. It's bad for you. It's bad for the earth. Is what it is. We reuse everything as much as possible. We certainly recycle. So they're simple things. We conserve as much as possible, and not just water. We conserve everything. Is part of what the Pope is going to impress us on. But also, the Pope extends this by saying that insofar as we take care of the earth, we also have to take care of one another. So, we're just not taking care of inanimate earth. We must also be able to take care of one another. So this respect for the earth also has to be translated into respect for people. Because the people who are causing this problem are the comfortable. And we're trying to pass it off on those who have less, in fact, very difficult. We must begin to learn that our actions have consequences. They certainly have consequences for us, but they have consequences for others who really are not to blame. We must begin to recognize that. So the Encyclical Laudato Si praises all of creation. The Pope begins it with prayer, he ends it with but he just chastises in between, calling us to a new awareness of the gifts of God. And as I told the people last night at the Mass in Spanish, every time you want something, first thank God for everything you want. And perhaps you won't want as much. All of us are culpable in this regard. I look at my closets and I see how much I have, just my closet. How many shirts do we have? How many shoes do you have? And I go to the poorer parts of the world as I try to do as much as I possibly can. And I see how little they have. But we always want more. They have so little. Maybe we have to learn that more is not the best way of living. Perhaps sharing is the best way of living. The Pope has staked out a new ethical ground of how to live our lives in our contemporary world. And it's a message which is very vital and very important. And one which he rightfully